Welcome back to another production of Legacy Team Productions, created and founded by Judge Michael Latham and Cale Hancock. Our editor and technician is Jared Winters. So on cameras, we have up here with us Nate Edwards, and then on the court, Sage Daly and Jacoby Cristerna. Our officials tonight for this matchup between the 10-8 St. John's Redskins and the 9-6 Pinon Eagles are, for St. John's, number 1, Colt T. Platt, number 2, Colton Platt, number 3, Jude Rabin, number 11, Sam Winters, and number 35, Max Udall, led by head coach Casey Heap, here at Vril Heap Gymnasium. St. John's wins the tip-off after a great jump from Sam, gets it out to T, and T will start up the St. John's offense. Now T with a three-point shot, bounces off the back of the rim, and Jude Rabin is there for the rebound. And Colin tries to get the ball out to T, and great effort by Sam to keep the ball in bounds, but Lando Jones, one of the starters for the Pinon Eagles tonight, gets the takeaway. But T is there to force the ball out, and Sam goes up in the paint and scores the first points of the night for the Redskins. Starters for the Pinon Eagles, led by Coach John Hubble, are number 1, Lando Jones, number 3, Landon Lee, number 5, Trent Begay, number 11, Ethan Tacchini, and number 15, Lucas James. So that ball goes out of bounds. Jones to pass in for the, nope, that's not Tacchini. Pass in as St. John's tries to make an effort to tip the ball away, but now Jones, a three-point shot, misses. Colin tries to get there for the rebound, bounces off of Begay, and Colin will pass in for the Redskins. It's worth mentioning here at Vril Heap Gymnasium that Coach Casey Heap is the grandson, one of the grandsons of legendary Coach Casey Vril Heap, and one of Vril Heap's great-grandson, Sam Winters, just made that basket, alongside Colin Platt and Brigden Heap are of that family lineage. Another rebound for Sam as gets it down in the paint to Udall for the nice fast break. St. John's already starting out strong here tonight against the Eagles.
Yeah, Cale, St. John's has come out with a lot of energy, and it looks like a little bit of a different starting lineup that we've seen recently. And maybe that has something to do with it. Sam Winters in the starting lineup is giving a lot of energy tonight.
4 of the 5 starters out on the court tonight for the Redskins were all conference players of the football team that made it to the state championship game this year. And number 11, Samuel Winters, was the 2A conference player of the year.
Nice juke on number 5.
Trent Begay gets the first points for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, he crossed him over, got up there.
Then Sam, once again in the paint, gets the points.
Yeah, Sam's got 6 of the 8. They might want to try to defend against him because he'll eat them up all night long.
Timeout taken by Coach Sean Hubble. Our officials tonight are Jonah Beach. Jonah Beach. Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting.
I have that same problem, Cale. You learned it, you earned it, you got it from me. It's in the DNA.
Jonah Bees and Kyle Marble. Kyle Marble also officiated the girls' game. Game break in between games and is now back to officiating. St. John's playing full court pressure out of the timeout. Max Udall tries to tip the ball away, but is called for a reach. Tried to get the ball away from Ethan Tanichi. Tanichi to pass in. gets it to Jones across the half-court line. Directs for a screen, then goes up and shot is tipped out by T. Platt. Oh, looks like T fouled down there. And Jones will shoot 2. That foul was on Sam Winters, not T. Platt. Jones makes his first. And he makes his second. Udall to pass in, gets it to T.
Pinon's in a 2-3 zone.
St. John's trying to pass the ball around and get through the... And a blocking foul is called on number 33, Roland Begay. Did I
don't even see 33 out there.
Nope, I was...
Number 11.
Number 11, Ethan Tanichi.
And T was lucky on that one because just after...
Colin with the 3 and gets it right in.
After the contact was made, T pushes off. So he easily could have went his way. He could have got the player control foul. So got to be careful with that.
Pinon trying to answer after this strong start for the Redskins.
You got to keep the energy up. Great help by Sam cheating out on that one.
Max gets the rebound after Tanichi's missed shot. T now trying to hustle down the court and is fouled as he tries to go up for the lay-in. And he will shoot 2. Now, St. John's the other day did not have quite an easy game as the girls did against Northern Prep. St. John's was tied at 49 with 20 seconds left prior to Casey Heap timeout before they dribbled the ball around, taking time off the clock. And Alan Tryon had a quick lay-in with 3 seconds left to win the game for the Redskins, 51-49.
We have a technical foul on the coach, Kale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, said a little too many things.
T. Platt will shoot 2. All alone after the technical foul. First shot is missed off of the back of the rim. And that second shot rolls around. Those shots were... And now... So those shots were for the foul, and now Max Udall will shoot the technical foul shots.
That's huge. You get the 2 shots for the foul, you get 2 shots for the technical, so you could get 4 points, up to 4 points right there. Obviously not with the miss there. But then you get the ball out of bounds as well, so it could turn into a 7-point possession for St. John's. It won't because he missed the 1, but still.
Udall gets 1 out of the 2. And now St. John's will have the ball again. And Platt to Platt action. And then T gets it out to Max, who goes for the 3, rolls around the rim a bit, and Rabin fights for the... Rabin and Winters fighting for the ball. Now Max tries another 3-point shot and misses. And a foul is called.
What happened on that was that Max was up in the air shooting his 3. Number 1 goes by and taps him. So now we got another technical foul.
Oh.
So you can't tap him. You got to leave him alone. You could actually go with an intentional foul on that. But Kyle waited to see if he was going to make it. If he made it, he was going to let it go. But he missed, calls the foul, put an end to that right now, and then he's got something to say. So, hey, here's a quick way to get 2 fouls.
Shooting foul and technical is on number 1, Lando Jones. Now is that a 2-foul play for him, and 2 fouls will go toward?
Well, if it depends. If they felt he was shooting 3, if he was shooting a 3, then it'll be a 3 shot, and then it'll be a 2 shot for the technical, and then the ball out of bounds as well.
Tension's already high for this Pinon Eagles team as Max makes 1 of 2, and then they'll have 2.
That was a 3-point attempt that he was fouled on. So he gets 2 of 3. Now he's going to shoot the 2 technicals.
Not even halfway through this first quarter, and Pinon already has 2 technicals, one on the coach and one on the player. Udall gets 3 out of 4 now. Now for the 5th shot. Don't see this too often. And nails the 4th one in. And now once again, St. John's will have possession as Colton inbounds it to T, who gets it back to Colton. Pressure all up in his face, and he just throws that one out of bounds.
He was throwing a 90-yard bomb on that one.
Pressure from Lee.
He got a little bit underneath it.
Jones to start up this Pinon offense.
Yeah, see, after the 2 technical fouls, the officials are going to be a little bit tighter on the St. John's end to try to calm things down. So you got to be careful, move your feet, get your hands off. T clearly had both hands on, which is a hand check.
John French, Caden Way, and Alan Tryon enter the game for Sam Winters, Colin Platt, and Jude Rabin. And number 5 with the 3-point shot misses. Max Udall leaps up there and gets the rebound. T now hurrying down the court and gets it to John French down in the paint, who gets out to Tryon, back to T to Tryon.
John French was in a great position, just wasn't ready for that pass.
Now St. John's slowing it down a bit. French could not hang on to possession.
You got to be strong with the ball.
And now Landon Lee attempts a 3-point shot, misses, gets his own rebound, and compensates for the 2 points, cutting the St. John's lead down to 10.
In a game like this, in teams like this, you got to be strong with the ball. You put it away from your body a little bit, they're going to knock it out of your hands easily.
French with the travel, he was double teamed down in the paint.
Yeah, double team, tried to bounce between the players and just got caught for the walk.
St. John's applying pressure to this Pinon offense. As Caden Way fouls as Trent Begay tries to go for the shot.
Yeah, looks like that should be
it's a
fourth team foul. So either way, next foul, we're shooting 2 the rest of this quarter.
2:57 remaining in the first quarter. St. John's up 16-6. Each team has 4 fouls. That was the first foul for number 32, Caden White, who was the quarterback on the St. John's football team's run, as T exits the game and Colton comes in.
Tell you, you're going to get a lot of effort from Colton.
The game makes that shot. Brigden Heap will enter the game for Max Udall. Alan Tryon to set up the St. John's offense. Gets out, and Brigden off the bench goes for the 3-point shot, misses, and a shoving foul is called on Colton.
Yeah, Colton was trying to go through over the top to get that one. Got away with a push. Now it's a 2-shot foul.
Trent Begay to shoot the 2. First shot rolls around, bounces back and forth in the rim and misses. Second shot bounces off the top of the rim, and Brigden tries to get the rebound, but Begay comes up with his own rebound. Okay, pump fakes, tries to get it down to James, and there's a shoving foul called on number 32, Caden Waite, once again. Lucas James will shoot 2 for the Pinon Eagles.
A little bit too hard.
That one bounces off the back of the rim. Second shot goes right in as Pinon closes this deficit. St. John's up 16-9. 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. Colin goes for the 3, misses, and foul is called on the rebound. Caden Waite again with his 3rd foul.
He's got 3.
Begay with the first free throw is a miss. Now Jude Rabin and Sam Winters will enter the game for John French and Caden Waite. Trent Begay. Gets his second one. Colin passes into Tryon to jumpstart the St. John's offense as they now only hold a 6-point lead, and Tryon just turns that pass right over to Begay, but Begay turns it over. Sam Winters is wide open down the court, and that pass just sails right over Tryon's head.
That was a great look, though, but just was a little too high for both Jude and Allen.
Jones directing this Pinon offense. He tries to go up, and shooting foul on Colton. Colton's 2nd of the night. Jones's first shot is missed as T. Platt enters the game for Colton Platt. And his second shot is straight through. And foul is called on number 23 for Pinon. That's Antoine Clement. Tryon to shoot 2. First one goes in but rolls around the rim and jumps right back out. Tryon's second shot is up and good. Clement now to set up this Pinon defense. St. John's up 17-11 with 1:45 in the first quarter, and
yeah, that was an easy call. Allen doesn't think it's that way, but he really was in there, and a lot of contact, almost grabbed him.
St. John's has been fouling. Both teams have been fouling left and right already in this first quarter.
Yeah, when you play with that energy,
Udall comes in for Tryon.
You have to be a little smarter under control. You know, it's good to play with that energy, but you have to play with some control to not get into foul trouble.
Jones's second shot is good. T now to set up the St. John's offense, try to put together some scoring here. Pinon just driving to whoever has the ball in their 2-3 defense.
Yeah.
And T's pass sails out of bounds, intended for Brigden Heap. Number 33, Roland Begay enters the game for Landon Lee.
I like what Pinon did defensively on that series, Cale. They extended their zone out, and T's trying to run the offense from the half-court line, the circle in the middle. It's never a good thing for the offense to try to run from that far out. So good job on Pinon running the defense out like that.
Jude Rabin with the rebound after the failed three-point shot. And now Brigden up at the bottom of the paint, scores for the St. John's Redskins. 1 minute play here in the first quarter. St. John's up 7, 19-12. And Jude just takes the ball away. And no.
Oh,
so he tiptoes out of bounds. Some contact there down the paint, but no foul is called. Lando James to set up this Pinon offense.
That was a good job by Sam, hedging that screen a little bit. Pinon was still able to get around him and make the jump shot over him, though. But that was a good hedge.
And Max with a three-point shot goes right in. Shot clock is turned off as we are under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Good job by Sam again. He hedged the screen, stopped his dribbler, and now we got to travel.
Travel after pressure from both Jude and Sam. Almost 10 seconds, and T goes up for the three, misses. Jude's there with the rebound. Pressure from number 15. And get Max back to T.
Nice shot.
And T gets back to Max, scores, and the quarter is now over. St. John's with an 11-point lead in this first quarter, 25-14. Both teams already in some fouling trouble for some players. Caden Way for St. John's already with 3 fouls tonight.
Yeah, that's going to probably play into some decisions later on in the game. Caden's got to stay down a little bit. They really can't get him his 4th foul in the first half, so we might not see him the rest of this game. But one thing that's definitely been different is Sam Winters. Sam Winters has come in the last couple of games that we've done, gotten foul trouble quickly. I don't think he has a foul yet. Knock on wood, right? Your mom's back at home like, don't say that, Paul. But Sam's playing a great game. He's hedging screens. He's running the court. He's doing a phenomenal job. So his energy is helping St. John's and has pushed them to an 11-point lead. Max Udall gets 2 3-pointers late to extend the lead. If you're Coach Heap, you like your energy right now and you want to keep it up.
Pinon to begin possession in the second quarter of play.
What? Is camera 4 blue? Is that? Is there a hint of blue on camera 4?
Yeah, 3 is blue.
Yeah, that one. 23 gets up with a shot and makes it. That is Antoine Clement for the Pinon Eagles. Now T gets it out to Colin, who gets it back to T. And finds a wide open Max. Gets Sam down in the paint, goes up for... Oh, just couldn't capitalize down in the paint there. Great physicality by Sam, though, but Pinon just plays good defense there. Jude tips the ball and gets it quickly to T. Oh, and a charge. Is that going to be a charge or a blocking foul?
Actually, it could turn into a double foul. Because number one for Pinon was clearly not in position for a player control foul. He would have committed the block. But T also threw his forearm out, creating contact after it. So it easily could have been a double foul. You don't see those called very often anymore.
T's second foul of the night.
And that happens when you are trying to go too fast without seeing what's ahead of you and just turning and going. So you just got to be You got to be fast, but you got to be in control fast.
Jones' shot just slips out of his hands as St. John's regains possession. Passing the ball around. Colin pump fakes a three and goes in for the two.
The pump fake is the biggest secret weapon in basketball right now. Not a lot of kids like to use it, but you get your player, the defender in the air, and you can take a dribble and get a better shot, as Colton just did.
Clement's three rolls off the rim, and Jude is there for the rebound. T now gets it back out to Colton. Colton under pressure, gets it to Sam, and Max was not expecting that pass there from Sam as the ball goes right out of bounds. Alan Tryon will now enter the game for T. Platte. And traveling is called on Jones for Pinon.
Yeah, Jones tried to do a spin move, lost his footing, went to the ground.
Joshua Manueletto will enter the game now for number 5, Trent Begay. Sam was not expecting that pass from Jude, or that pass was a little too low for Sam as St. John's turns the ball over and Pinon will have the ball once again.
Yeah, Sam probably needs to go out to the baseball field, take some infield as a shortstop. Then he'll be able to pick that ball up easier.
Regardless, Sam's playing great pressure defense right now. No fouls called on that. Jones goes for the three-point shot, misses, and 11, Sam Winters is called for a foul.
See, I told you I'd talk too soon. That's his second, so now he started to get in a little foul trouble. I think that was more frustration. He hoped to get the player control foul on the other side, didn't get it, and then there was some light contact on this side, and he got caught.
And St. John's quickly turns the ball over. Clement takes it away for Pinon, and that pass just goes straight out of bounds right into our cameraman, Sage Daly.
But Sage was moving quick on his feet and saved the camera. Good job, Sage. He's ignoring me. Of course, he's not hearing us anyway.
Different headset. And Jude is fouled as he tries to keep possession of the ball. Foul is on number 10, Joshua Manueletto, as number 23, Brody Way, and number 13, John French are into the game for Sam Winters and Jude Rabin. St. John's with a 10-point lead here in the second quarter. 5:33 remaining. Colin gets it down to John. Loses possession, but Brody goes up for the shot and is deflected by Clement. And not sure what happened there.
Well, after the ball was knocked away, there was some contact by Brody, so he got called for the foul. As an official, you really want to let that one go because Pinon had a fast break. So actually, it's a fortunate foul for St. John's.
And Jones loses possession of the ball there as Tryon comes up to the ball, but their Pinon players converge on him to force the jump ball. That one will go St. John's way.
Yeah, there's a lot of fortunate there. Allen probably should have been called for a foul as he's bodying the kid and reached out and struck at the ball. Probably should have got called for one there. Pinon probably should have had called for one when they jumped over the top of him. But no calls.
Tryon gets out to Platt. Now Tryon back to Max. Misses that shot. Brody waits there for the rebound, gives it back to Tryon. Colton toe tapping, keeping it in bounds. And a 3-second violation is called on Max Udall.
Yeah, St. John's, they need to calm down. They need to take a breath right now and calm down. They're just kind of out of sorts, trying to be too fast with the ball and not really getting the movement that Coach Heap would like them to have.
Started out strong, but now been a little stale on offense recently, but defense has still been playing great. Max Udall gets out to Colin Platt, and foul is called on the shot. Misses that one, and Colin will go to the line. Foul is on number 33, Roland Begay, his first foul of the night.
Yeah, the jump shot by Colton allowed them to get close enough to give him to commit the foul.
Misses his first shot. T. Platt re-enters the game for Alan Tryon. Colton's second shot is up and in. St. John's with the lead, 28-17, 4:40 remaining in the first half. 23, Clement takes a shot, three-point shot, misses and sails right out of bounds. Brody Waite there trying to make sure he doesn't touch it.
Yeah, he was there to block out so Pinon couldn't try to save it either. Good job, Brody.
T to Max, back to T. Tries to drive in and is blocking foul, it looks like on
23.
Antoine Clement. And number 3, Landon Lee, will enter the game now for Anton Clement. As the scoreboard operators want to have a word with Kyle Marble and our officials.
Yeah, sometimes the hand signals from the officials get a little bit confusing, and so they have to seek clarification.
Brody there to get the ball after it slipped out of John French's hands. And Max gets the ball out to Colin. Oh, and T just could not hold on to that pass there from Colin and turns the ball over.
Yeah, Colton was hiding quietly in the corner trying to measure up for a three-point shot.
Now Jones with a three-point shot. Missed it, and it will remain Pinon possession. Allen now in for Colton. Pressure from the St. John's defense on this Pinon offense. Jones goes up for the shot, misses, and T is there for the rebound. We're trying to hurry up down the court now. Kind of steps back and slows down. Now it goes for the three-point shot. It is up and it bounces off the rim. No good, and it in the hands of Landon Lee for Pinon. Pinon trying to pick apart this tough St. John's defense.
Oh,
and Max almost gets the ball. Oh, but Quinn Hayes says it was out on Max. Paxton Hancock, Samuel Winters, and Jude Rabin enter the game now for John French, Brody Way, and Max Udall.
Yeah, Max did a great job. He's trying to do a crossover dribble. Easiest way to defend that is just put your hand there in the middle and hit the ball.
Jones facing pressure from Tryon, gets it out to James. Gets it to Manueletto. And now Begay. And
we have a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation. First time we've seen that, I think, all season while we've been broadcasting here.
Yeah. Might have been the first time these guys have seen it as well. They're kind of coming together.
It will go St. John's way after the shot clock violation. T passes it into Alan Tryon as he will try to start up this St. John's offense. Pass to Hancock, back to Tryon, back over to T. And he is called for... Oh, nope. Manueletto is called for a blocking foul for Pinon. T will now pass it in for the Redskins. Now that brings Pinon to 4 fouls in this quarter. So a lot less fouling this quarter than last quarter. Both coaches will be telling their players to stop fouling.
Yeah, definitely trying to get the players to play within themselves and calm down a little bit. T for 3.
T with the three-point shot and gets it straight in. Extending this lead to 31-17. Jones trying to keep ball control, knocked out by Tryon and Paxton Hancock both trying. And Tryon bats that pass out, and foul is called
That'll be on Tryon.
on Tryon as
You love his aggressiveness. But
Landon Lee tried to get the shot in.
There's a point where you need to play smart basketball too. Aggressive basketball is great. Smart basketball is better.
Tryon's second foul tonight. Dying Goats in the crowd trying to distract Lando Jones, but is unsuccessful. Colton Platt re-enters the game, and Shad Jarvis is in for Alan Tryon and Sam Winters. Right. Max Preps, Shad Jarvis' list is 6'6", and Paxton knocks that pass out of bounds.
The big question here, Cale, that really needs to be answered. Are the Finches watching? Because, we always have to ask that question.
Jones's shot is missed, and Rabin is there for the rebound. Gets it over to T. Gives it to Paxton. Paxton with the long shot, misses it, and Jude tries to do his best Larry Bird impression by keeping the ball in bounds, but just steps out of bounds in the process.
He has the flowing locks to be the Larry Bird. Larry Legend.
Another Larry Legend I like to think of as Larry Fitzgerald. No correlation. Tomorrow is the 10-year anniversary of the 2016 Cardinals-Packers divisional game, though, that went to overtime.
Nice.
One of the best days of my life, and I haven't been that happy for the Cardinals ever since that day. Their last championship was almost 80 years ago in 1947. Hancock to shoot. Not quite sure what's going on here for the Pinon Eagles. Hancock to shoot two. First one bounces off the top of the rim and is missed. Second shot. Second shot is up and rolls around a bit but is missed. But Shad Jarvis is there down the paint and is fouled on the shot. He will walk up to the line to shoot two. The foul is on number 15, Lucas James.
Yeah, Shad's a big body, so he's get the ball up and above his head, and there's contact. Most of the time, that's going to be called, so he'll shoot free throws.
Jarvis's first is missed. Max Udall enters the game for Paxton Hancock. 1:44 remaining here in the first half. St. John's up 31-18 as Shad Jarvis will attempt his second free throw. Missed the first one. Second one is up and good. St. John's now with a 14-point lead here in the first half as we are closing in on 1:30 left to play. Number 10, Pinon misses. Udall rebound. And T's pass is just knocked away by Landon Lee as he tries to go for the fast break and gets it regardless of the pressure from Platt. Platt in a bit of a hurry here to try to score some points. Goes for the three-point shot, misses. Grout snags his own rebound, gets it over to Jude. And Jude with a jump shot, just misses. Tipped out by Pinon, so it will stay St. John's ball. 1:01 remaining, the 12-point lead.
I love it.
Jarvis with the physicality. It looks like he will go back to the line to attempt two more. Every foul now for either team will be shooting for two.
Yeah, you like that play. Throw it into Jarvis going up top. and he can leap over everybody, get the ball.
Jarvis's first is straight through and in. And Jarvis's shot is right in again. 2 for 2 on those shots. Pinon trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Jude tries to knock away that pass, but is held on by number 10 for Pinon, and he scores as Joshua Manueletto. T now hurrying down the court, trying to set up the St. John's offense, passing around a bit. Udall gets it all the way out to Colin, who gets it back to T. Doesn't get it. And jump ball is called at the bottom of the paint by Kyle Marble. Manueletto gets it into James.
The other big question we have, Cale, is Mr. Cavey out there watching on his ride home?
Baggy misses the three-point shot. St. John's cutting down some time now before half. And Max with the wide open three, bounces off back rim, doesn't get it. Jude with the rebound. St. John's has to hurry now. 1 second remaining. T-Platt goes up. The shot is just off of the rim and missed. As we enter halftime, St. John's up 34-22. 12-point lead here at Verl Heap Gymnasium against the Pinon Eagles. This is a Legacy Team production set up by Judge Michael Latham, Cale and Paul Hancock up here, commentating. Jared Winters with the editing and technical stuff. Nate Edwards, Sage Daly, and Jacoby Cristerna on the cameras. We'll be back after the 10-minute break for halftime. And we are back from halftime here in Roll Heap Gymnasium. St. John's to start off with the ball to begin the second half. Max Udall inbounds to T. Platt. Also on the court is Jude Rabin, Colin Platt, and Sam Winters. The starters who began this game for the Redskins are back in. Colton with a beautiful pass down to Sam in the paint, who gets in the score for the Redskins to kick things off here in this second half of play. Pinon trying to answer back. Bit of a pump fake there from number 5. Jones with a long three-point jumper misses. Rabin with the rebound. Jude Rabon. Hey Jude. T with a little layover pass to Sam. Tries to go up on the shot in the paint. It misses, but is called for a shooting foul. That is number 1 of Pinon, Lando Jones, who was called for a technical earlier in this game. That is his 3rd foul of the... Nope, the foul... I stand correct. The foul's on number 3, Landon Lee, looks like. Nope, it was on number 1, and that is his 4th foul of the night. Neither of Sam's free throws were made. Tries to make, and he makes up for it, getting his own rebound twice and capitalizing on the second shot. Pinon once again trying to answer back, and blocking foul looks like on number 35, Max Udall for the Redskins. And then that was on number 1, T. Platt, his 3rd foul of the night. Now we have back up here with us, Paul Hancock. T with a nice little bounce pass to Jude. He keeps trying to go up for the shot and just misses it. Alan Tryon will come in for T. Platt.
That's a good start to the quarter for St. John's.
Lee a little close to a 5-second violation there. Managed to get the pass out to James. And that's Begay with a three-pointer shot that was missed, and Jude decides to let that keep going out of bounds, not risk turning the ball over. Udall to throw in for the Redskins. And trying to make something happen, gets it out to Max. Slow fake, gets it to Sam, but the pass just wasn't there, and Pinon gets the ball. Foul on...
That's foul
Max.
on Sam.
His 3rd foul tonight.
Yeah, Sam's played a great game tonight. The problem on that one is he's a big body, so when he inadvertently touches somebody, they move. And so a lot of times you'll get that call. Or they will get the call.
A three-point shot is tipped, and Tron's there and Max tries to get the lay-in, and it's tipped out of bounds by Pinon. Caden Waite enters the game for Sam Winters. Caden with 3 fouls already tonight enters the game for the first time since the first quarter.
Yeah, he's got to be careful right now. He just came in, and him and one started shoving each other, so they're going to watch him.
And the shot is made from Allen's shot is made, and he will shoot one more. It's like a lane violation on Jude.
Might have been on Max. He might have been in there, left too soon or something. Because he's pointing at the upper area.
St. John's applying full court pressure. Jude gets pressure on Lee, and then he gets called for a shoving foul. Jude doing jumping jacks, trying to give pressure. And they turn the ball over. Colin gets it to Tryon, who gets it to Jude, who struggles with the ball for a bit, and then there's to get it. Ooh, rips Jones's ankles off.
Broke his ankles, huh? There, you look at that
And
move.
Jude
Great
goes up
move.
there for the lay-in,
That's a good, strong
extending the
move.
St. John's lead to 20. Pinon trying to continue to cut into this lead. I don't think they have scored yet in this half.
I don't remember what the score was,
St.
but
John's
I think you're right.
playing shutout defense. Foul is...
Max like, I didn't do anything. I got about the elbow. You grabbed him.
Max is a fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder, so it makes sense for him to want to foul and then ask for fouls.
That's just anyone in the NBA.
Especially if you play for the Thunder. Begay's first free throw is good. And his second shot is good. 42-24 ball game now with 4:52 remaining in the third quarter. Nice screen set there by Colton for Allen, and Allen, it's like he travels.
Yeah,
trying
he
to get it on the lay-in.
He went in out of control and got caught for the travel. That's a good call by Jonah.
Pump fake there from number 5, and number 11 for Pinon goes for three-point shot, misses. Max with the ball now. Misses the lay-in, and Tryon trying to keep the ball away from Pinon defenders and gets caught. And I think that Lando Jones gets called for the foul. Number 1 for Pinon. And I was correct.
Yeah. Max went with the Euro step. I'm just not a fan of the Euro step. It just seems like you're always a little off balance. You don't go up strong. And so a lot of them rim off.
Now that was Lando Jones's 5th foul of the night.
Wow.
And he will be done tonight as Antoine Clement comes in for him. Colton with the jump shot. Oh, it was almost there, but it's a little too much power on it.
Look at Colton.
Colton just picks that right off.
Gives it up.
Gets it to Jude, who strong presence in the paint, gets the shot in for the Redskins, regaining the 20-point lead.
That was an incredible play by Colton. Nice pass to Jude. Jude with the finish.
Colin asking for a foul, doesn't get it. Pinon misses the shot. Caden tiptoes and manages to keep the ball in bounds. Tryon with a bullet to Jude, and that shot looks like it was tipped there by the Pinon defender.
Yeah, Jude made a great spin move, got wide open, and then went up hard and finished soft. And he got it blocked.
3-point shot missed, and there's a shoving foul called on Colton Platt.
Colton's another one of those big, strong bodies, so when he kind of bumps someone, they bounce.
I think that I'm incorrect. That foul was on Jude, his second of the night. As Jude and Colin will exit the game, and T. Platt and Brody Way enter. And then 33, Roland Begay enters the game for number 11, Ethan Tanichi. Lucas James' first shot rolls around and is a miss. His second shot is right through. Pinon now 25 points. St. John's in the lead with 44.
Nice backdoor
And,
cut.
oh, Max just missed the lay-in there. You got to make those easy shots there.
Yep, 5-point swing.
Roland Begay hits the three to trying to switch momentum over to the Pinon side. But Caden White says no thanks to that and makes the jump shot.
Yeah, 10-foot baseline jump shot, nothing but net. It's a pretty shot.
18-point lead for the Redskins, 2:45 in the third, as Landon Lee steps out of bounds, facing pressure from the St. John's defense.
Yeah, Brody Waite moved his feet really, really well. You can see the soccer in him come out, slid over, cut the baseline off, and Pinon tried to go around him still.
Tryon tries to take himself for the lane, doesn't get him. Max is doing his best impression of his sister, trying to get the rebound there, and a jump ball is called.
Hey, not to start a family fight, but it'd be interesting to see the sister averages 7 rebounds a game.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't have complete stats on
Correct. It's only 2.
the boys team, but I bet it's significantly better than Max's.
Let's see. Max Udall. 5 rebounds per game. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And we only have stats for the 2 games that were entered into Max Preps.
It's weird when you see your first initial and last name and you're like, wait, I'm up
P.
here.
Hancock. No, Paxton Hancock has one of the current records for vertical up in the weight room. And every time I look at CP Hancock, I'm like, that's weird because 1, my dad never went to St. John's, and 2, I don't think he has that vertical
Not
anymore.
today. Not today. I have about a 2-inch vertical, if that. More like a credit card. I jump, you get the credit card underneath it, that's it. I once jumped so high, Cale, that I woke up from the dream.
I don't know where you come up with this stuff.
Well, I'm a legend in my own mind, you know? In my dreams,
Walk
I
and
beat
tell?
everybody. I'm like Mike in my dreams.
You're like Mike.
Yeah, way back in the day when I was a kid, you know, back in black and white television days, there used to be a commercial, Be Like Mike, Michael Jordan. So we all dreamed that we were like Mike.
That foul was on number 23, Brody Way, his second of the night. Now it was St. John's 5th foul of the quarter. Landon Lee misses his first shot, I believe. Second shot is straight through. Now St. John's trying a bit of hurry-up offense. Their Brigden Heap is now in for the Redskins. So they're trying to get a bit of a younger team in there. Only senior on the court is T. Platt. Alex turns the ball over, and Brody with a little bit of a shove.
Brody got going and didn't see anybody in his way. He was a Mack truck out there.
3rd foul of the night for Brody Waite. It's like Jude Rabin is at the score table. He will most likely enter the game for Brody Waite after this shot from Landon Lee. First shot is off of the back of the rim. And as I had mentioned, Jude enters for Brody. There's now 2 seniors on the court and 3 juniors for the Redskins.
Well, you know, up by
Second shot is
17,
good.
it's a good opportunity at 17 to
16
get your
now.
younger kids opportunity to play the game and get some quality minutes. This is how you develop a team right here.
Heap with his 3-point shot. Nothing but net right near the initial of his great-grandfather. Oh, as he tries to pick that pass off, but just couldn't keep his feet in bounds there. Pinon trying to make something happen here past the St. John's defense. St. John's up by 19. Five seconds on the shot clock, and number 15 goes for the three-point shot, misses it. Now they're applying full court defense on St. John's. Now kind of stepping back a bit as T goes up and takes. Oh nope, gets it a heap. Oh, that is beautifully knocked down. And backcourt violation as someone for Pinon knocked the ball all the way across the court.
Less than a minute to go. 19 points. Good. It's been a good quarter this far for the home team.
Came out strong in the second half. Looks like a blocking foul there for Waite. That'll be his fourth foul of the night.
Yeah.
Looks like Paxton Hancock will soon enter the game for him.
He got beat and then tried to catch back up and used his legs and body to slow the defender down.
Pinon already with one player out for fouls, which included a technical in the first quarter. St. John's trying to avoid that as Caden Waite enters the bench. Wonder if we'll see him again tonight.
Oh, I guarantee you will. A lot of basketball left.
Second shot is missed. Rebound by Hancock. And T goes up to take it himself. And it rolls in right off of the rim. St. John's now with a 51-30 point lead. Approaching 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Begay's three-point shot is missed, and Allen hurrying down the court gets it to Heap. Shows the pass a bit, but there's to keep it in bounds. Tryon now stepping back, trying to set up this St. John's offense, and Tryon goes up and gets the points. 15 seconds now remain in the third quarter. St. John's taking a 23-point lead.
That's great basketball. Give and go, two-man game.
And now T forces the turnover here. 6.5 seconds left. You'll imagine. Ooh, I bet right here, get T, and then he'll go for the three-point shot here. Or get it to Jude for the pump fake three-point shot. And now T, just short.
Yeah.
Tried my best to do the best Manning prediction, but...
There you go. We're going to put close but not enough on the Manning prediction. You're going on the wall. That was a good quarter for St. John's. What are they up 12, 11 or 12 at half?
Now they're up
23. So they were able to lengthen the lead. We got little Jake running across the court. In a bit of good news, the Lindenwood Lions are beating Southeast Missouri 69-45.
Now, if you don't know, friend Paul Hancock up here played for 3 JUCO colleges when he was in one JUCO, 3 colleges, one of them which was JUCO. Lindenwood is now D1, so he tries to follow the team as much as he can. Paxton Hancock with a shot, bounces off the rim and goes right in. 25-point game. Now, Pinon with a three-pointer shot, gets right in. That is Lucas James.
And Lucas came in without a conscience, threw it up, and hits to nothing but the bottom of the net. A few more shots like that, and Pinon's back in this game.
Plenty of ball game left here.
Right now in this 2-3 zone, exactly. That's exactly what you wanted to do. Get the ball into the high post to Sam. He was able to get it into the low post, but Jude wasn't able to shake him off. But that's what you want to do to beat this zone. Get the ball right in the middle.
St. John's with great ball control here as Paxton Hancock just throws that pass up there. Blocking foul on number 10, it looks like, for Pinon. Joshua. His name's Joshua. I can't read my handwriting.
I have the same problem. I can't read your handwriting either.
Manueletto. Joshua Manueletto. Hancock.
As Quinn walks by Kyle Marble, he says something, and Kyle gets a little bit of a laugh.
Quinn Ashton, a longtime official, officiated many basketball and football games with Paul Hancock.
Yeah, we're hearing someone talk about doing a whole bunch of games with one of their partners, and that was impressive. And then we started trying to figure out the number that we had, and we're like, oh, we're a little bit over that.
Pinon now trying to cut into this 24-point lead the Redskins have established here in the fourth quarter. Still a decent amount of starters in for the Redskins.
Well, you want
Brigden Heap gets that turnover and a travel on Paxton.
That's a really good call by Quentin.
Pinon now trying to get back into this game. Oh, and Sam Winters comes away with the ball. Wide open. Oh! And he is fouled by Lucas James there as he tried to go up for the lay-in.
Oh, I think he was trying to go for a highlight reel dunk on that one. He had a little bit of trouble getting the dribble under control. Then when he goes to jump stop, that allowed the Pinon player to catch up to him and then get him about the elbow.
That is Lucas James' third foul of the night and the second for Pinon this quarter. Sam misses the first shot. Cassiel Nunez enters the game.
We had a lane violation on Sam as well. He went across that little line.
It looks like Chad Jarvis will enter the game for Sam Winters after this shot is missed. Nunez with the rebound. And Sam tries to get the ball up there for the shot, but knocked down by Pinon. And Max runs into his own player, Paxton, while trying to get the rebound. Steps out of bounds, go Pinon's way, and Chad Jarvis enters the game for Sam Winters. Now only one starter is on the court for the Redskins. He is a lone senior on the court. And a charging foul is called on Antoine Clement.
Great job by Hancock establishing the legal guarding position. Once you establish legal guarding position, you can move backwards and still get the player control foul, which is exactly what he did.
Call was made by one of our officials, Jonah Beach. St. John's trying to establish some ball control here. Takes some time off the clock. Paxton goes up for the shot, bounces off of the rim. Pinon comes out with the rebound. And shot is missed. Paxton with the rebound. Pinon applying full court pressure, trying to prevent St. John's from taking any more time off the clock.
Pinon wanted to travel there.
And they get it there from Brigden. And now number 3, Landon Lee will enter the game for number 10, Joshua Manuelito. Antoine Clement with the ball for Pinon. Ooh, kind of trips himself up there trying to get past Paxton, misses the lay-in. Now trying to swat the ball away from Paxton to no success. Nice lose control of the ball a bit there. Gets the shot who just dribbles with presence down to the basket and gets the points for the Redskins. Now 59-33 ball game. 26-point game. Oh, great press. Great defense there. Both Shad and Cassiel, both two biggest players on the court right now for St. John's, just all up in Clement's face there for Pinon. All they had to do was stand there, and he was not making it. St. John's now with the 28-point lead.
Well, when you're big, all you have to do is get your arms up, make them shoot over the top of you. It's really hard.
Clement's shot is missed. And Max tries to take it up himself, misses it. And Shad is there for the rebound, but just misses. Oh, and Lee's dribble goes off of his foot, and Heap is there to take with the ball as Casey Heap calls a 30-second timeout to
probably make substitutions. Get the bench in there. They're up 28, 4 minutes to go.
Okay. With 3:55 remaining, well, St. John's will have a break tomorrow. I do believe that each JV squad is traveling to Pima tomorrow for some JV games. Doc Rye for wrestling over in Winslow is tomorrow. One of the biggest wrestling tournaments in the state of Arizona. As last year I sat like 2 rows in front of Olympic wrestler Anthony Robles. That kicks off tomorrow and we'll go into Saturday for St. John's, and we will be back here Saturday night as both the girls and boys varsity take on Morenci. We'll try to bring that to you. Paxton Hancock with a shot and makes it a 30-point ball game. We have a running clock for the next 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yep. That's a good thing.
And clock operator knows it, and the clock keeps running. Heap inbounds it to Hancock, back to Heap.
Mr. Cavey says, great work, Cale. Actually, he said Carl. Even Cavey knows you're Carl.
And Clement could not hold on to the ball after pressure.
Then he fixes it to Cale. No. Congratulations to Mr. Cavey with his MBA. He did that in about a year. Less than a year, actually. So, impressive work.
Clement with the 3-point shot is way short.
I think it was partially blocked.
Now looks like Brody Way came in for the lone starter Max Udall. Now the fully fresh junior team-in for the Redskins. Shad with the great rebound there, just establishing presence there with his 6'6" frame. Pinon manages to score on that possession regardless.
Good job getting into Nunez.
Wait with a 3-point shot and makes it right in. Now St. John's up by 31 now as we are under 2 minutes of play here in the fourth quarter. St. John's up 63-35, 66-35. And Cassiel goes up, misses the shot. Chad tried to get the rebound, but it was just a little over his head. Pinon, the rebound. It looks like Pinon still has a lot of starters in, trying to cut into this lead and go home on as much as a high note they can. That 3-point shot is missed, and once again, 6'6" Shad Jarvis is there. Looks like St. John's will just try to pick and roll here. Pass the ball around. Brody Way with a 3-point shot off of the back of the rim. And Pinon goes down and scores 2 more. Under a minute to play here, and we no longer have a running clock. St. John's just trying to chew off as much time as they can. Ooh, that pass is tipped by Clement, and then Tetri gets the ball. Oh, and Brigden falls down deflecting that pass, and Brody Way comes up with it, and he goes in for the lay-in.
Yeah, it was a great night. Great job of basketball of St. John's.
Lucas James makes that 3-pointer.
They started off strong. Pinon made a game of it. Got a double-digit lead going into halftime. Extended it at the end of the third quarter, and were able to finish it by getting up by 30. So great job by St. John's finishing this game out.
And that is the game. Special thanks to Judge Michael Latham for founding and creating Legacy Team Productions. Kayla Hancock and Paul Hancock up here in the booth with you. Jared Winters on the editing and all the hardware and software and mechanics of things. Nate Edwards, Sage Daly, and Jacoby Cisterna on cameras.
And Derek Cavey says it's time to go to Maverick and get a frill. So enjoy that frill, Derek. Have a great night, everyone.